Hello everyone, thanks for watching the video. First and foremost, today's video is going to be based on how to load a background image in the Joint Task Force workshop editor to create your own custom scenarios. This took me about 4 days to try to figure out how to do this because it is not in the Word document. As you can see in the Word document under sectors, it tells you how to create sectors and sector manipulators, but this is what I was trying to do. This area right here, this is very, very important. It has to be in a TGA image format, and you have to remember that 1 pixel equals 1 meter, which is actually kind of nice. And you'll see how this is all done. But this help workshop manual does not tell you how to load and how to get the image inside the editor. All it tells you is that, yeah, you can do it, and when it's displayed, this is what it will show. You can use the arrows to move the image around to fit in your box, okay, your game area that you want to build on. So let's go ahead and get started. You'll need some tools. You'll need a photo editing software, GIMP, Photoshop, whatever you guys use. Joint Task Force, obviously. You can go and download that off of Steam for about $9, which is kind of nice. Either Google Earth or Maps. As you can see, I'm using Google Earth. I have the roads selected, so that's why you can see all the yellow lines and whatnot. I have already found, and two, I'm basing it around obviously Riyadh, so you can see that's in Saudi Arabia and Iran and Afghanistan and stuff like that, based on, you know, kind of all the nuclear problems and stuff like that, all the sanctions and crap like that. So where you can see it, I found a nice little island to start my first campaign, which is called Black Gold. And it's based on this area right here, this little area right here that people are going to be inserted into, and you have to find a person, and then I won't give anything else away. So why I chose this island is because it has a nice little airport. It's got some populations around the airport. It's got the oil refinery type stuff, and whatnot. So anyway, since I only have 10 minutes, I got to kind of hurry through this. So as you can see, all the white lines, these are all the roads. And what we're going to do is we have to make sure that it is flat, so we can get a really good picture. So we want to make sure that we get a good picture. Scroll into wherever you want to be. You're going to click this little arrow up here called Save Image, little button. We're going to save this to the desktop. So just name it Test. And it will save as a JPEG, obviously. I already have one there. And yes, we want to replace it. Our next step will be to go into the editor. This is what the Joint Task Force Workshop editor looks like. We will go ahead and create a new map by going to File, New, and we don't want to save this. And we will make this, it's squared, so I usually have it about 960 by 960. That's a pretty big map. And just remember, 960 by 960, write that down somewhere because you're going to need that a little bit later. So we'll go ahead and click Create. Okay, so we just created our image, and you can scroll in and scroll out. And now we're going to want to go to our Photoshop. And we are going to want to click File, Open. We're going to want to change this to the type of JPEG, so we can just see just our JPEG. So we will double click on this, and we will open what we saved from Google Earth. So now what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to go to Image, Image Size, and we will have to make sure the constraint proportions are turned off so that it doesn't follow it. So what we're going to do is do 960 by 960, right? Because it's squared, right? You can leave, and I usually change this to 100, so you get a little bit better resolution, and you'll probably have to change this back to 960, so change that first. So 960. So we're at 960 at 100 resolutions per pixel inch. So we'll go ahead and say OK. And as you can see, it's 960 by 960. So we'll go ahead and File, Save As. And as the document said, we have to save this as a TGA file format. We'll just name it Test. We'll say Save. and you'll save this as a 32-bit pixel. Say OK. And we are pretty much done with this. You can minimize this or close this. What we're going to have to do is we are going to have to cut that and actually open up the JTF Joint Task Force directory, the root directory, and we are going to paste this in here. So right click anywhere in the white, click paste, and if you already have one there, just say remove and replace. So now our file is there, so we can go ahead and minimize this. And now what we need to do is, because this is the issue that I was having, was I was doing this, load sketch, right? And I would then choose, you scroll down because it's the root directory, you scroll down and you choose your test, and you're like, what the heck, where's the image at? So you can use all these little buttons to move the image up, down, left, right, or whatever. So what I found out, this is the secret, which it doesn't, again, it doesn't tell you anywhere in here how to do this. So I'm going to tell you. So go up to the options. This is the option button on the toolbar. By the way, the tools options does not work. You can click on that and it doesn't come up. This is what you're supposed to see if you did the tools options. So that part is kind of like broken. As you can see here, you'll see the texture type. This is what we want to change. We want to change this from texture, from real texture to sketch texture. And now, see, you can now see your deal here now. So now you go back to the sectors, and now you have your background. Okay? So now that your background is set, now you can go to your vertex mode, and you can scroll out. The bad part about this part is that the FOV, or the field of vision, okay, is very, very close. You can only, as you can see my arrow right up there, it says 80. You can only go from 80 to 28. I'm actually working on that to try to fix that and get you guys another video of how to change that, so you can actually scroll out much, much farther, so you can actually see an image something like this, so you can see like really very detailed, and then you can scroll in to get a better idea of how to place all your cars or your little containers, your little warehouses and stuff like that, and how to format your ground. So there's like a little rock, which is like a little indentation here, and stuff like that. You can raise the land and put like little rocks that come with all the object mode and the building mode and unit modes. Place cars and stones and trees and grass and houses and all kinds of good stuff, roads, and you'll see all this in the toolbar. The road mode, the navigation points, the decal modes, the paint modes, so you can paint things and whatnot as well. So I hope you guys learned something, and I will see you next round.